Grandpa in my pocket! The thing about Grandpa is that he's always fun. We play lots of games.
3!
Oh, you won again!
I certainly did, Captain.
We read Captain Dumbledore stories.
Tennis racket sprung out of the side of the spaceship.
We share our ice cream. We suck up our spaghetti. And Grandpa is always like this. Well, not quite always. Because today, he was like this. Mum, Dad and my sister Jemima were away at a bike fair. And we were being looked after by Great Aunt Loretta, Grandpa's sister. Which meant we had to eat her weird meals and drink her green gloop.
Pardon me to be so rude. It was not me, it was my food. Oh, I see. So you're going to waste my sausage with sardine sauce and marmalade mash, are you?
Nope. Beowulf will eat it.
I didn't cook it for Beowulf. Smelly, scraggy little mutt. Nothing but bother, that dog. Beowulf the bothersome.
Little did we know that today, Beowulf the bothersome was going to turn into Beowulf the brilliant.
Come on, let's get out of here. If I could get about more easily, I'd go and hide in the bike shop to get away from her. Oh.
Mum and Dad run the bike shop in our town. It's called the Sunnysands Lend It, Mend It and Vend It shop because they lend, mend and sell bikes. Mr. Like a Biker was looking after the shop while they were away. Now, Mr. Like a Biker is called Mr. Like a Biker because he says,
"Ooh, I like a bike with silver trim. Ooh, I like a bell with a tuneful tinkle. Ooh, I like a helmet with sparkly stars on it."
Mr. Like a Biker likes the gear more than he likes cycling. So there's nothing that he enjoys more than looking after the bike shop.
At least I could have some fun with Mr. Like a Biker.
You can have some fun with me. Come on, out of that chair. We are going to do some exercises. You are so lazy.
Oh, wow.
Oh, look at this dreadful old thing. You never wear it. I'm going to take it to the charity shop.
Oh, no, you're not.
Oh, yes, I am.
You give that to me. Thank you, Wulfy.
Ooh, I've had enough. You could have had my hand off then. That's it. He stays in the kitchen. Any more bother from you, and I'm taking you to the dog zone.
The dog's home!
Don't you worry, Jason. I've had enough of this. I'll tell you what. I'm going to make her love Wulfy by using this.
Not the shrinking cap, Grandpa!
Catch me if you can!
Grandpa! Grandpa, get down! Come back!
Stop this wretched car, Jason!
Oh, I'm very sorry. Oh. Great Aunt Loretta thinks my car runs on batteries and that I'm the one who sets it off, when actually it's Grandpa's magic that makes it go. The car was empty. I had no idea where Grandpa was or what he was planning.
Oh, Grandpa's gone for a bit of a lie down, has he? Anything to get out of doing his exercises. Oh, it's that dog again. He's up to something.
I thought it was likely to be Grandpa who was up to something. Grandpa, why did you spill the green gloop?
So that Wulfy would lick it up and Loretta would love him.
But she was absolutely not going to love Wulfy.
Oh, that dog's been on the table after my gloop. Shoo!
Grandpa's first plan hadn't worked. Beowulf was in big trouble.
Oh!
were all in big trouble.
Oh, me toe, me toe! Oh, fetch the frozen peas, Jason.
Great Aunt Loretta is always hurting her toe, and we have a pack of peas in the freezer that we always put on it.
Let Wulfy take them into her. Then she'll love him.
But Grandpa!
Go on. Go, Wulfy, go.
The bag had split, and there were peas all over the floor.
Oh, this is the limit!
Grandpa needed another plan, and fast. He ran in from the kitchen and hid behind the sofa, just as Great Aunt Loretta switched on the vacuum cleaner.
You're a very bad dog, do you hear? When I've dealt with these peas, I'll deal with you.
Now I was really worried. There was no escape for Grandpa. No!
Oh, now something's got stuck in it.
Yes, something was definitely stuck in it. And that something was Grandpa.
Right, the vacuum cleaner is broken, and it's all Beowulf's fault. I am taking him to the dog's home.
But Great Aunt
No
Loretta!
buts! I am taking him to the dog's home just as soon as I have been to the...
Great Aunt Loretta won't say the word toilet out loud because she thinks it's rude. Your plan hasn't worked, Grandpa.
Oh, we'll think of something.
I'm stuck! The door's stuck! Help! Help! It's jammed!
Don't panic, Great Aunt Loretta!
I am panicking! I'm going to climb out the window. I'll be out in a minute. Up she goes. Out I go. Help! I'm stuck! I'm stuck! I'm stuck in the window and it's all that dog's fault!
OK, so the bad news was that Great Aunt Loretta was stuck in the toilet window. The worst news was that Grandpa was stuck in the vacuum cleaner. But I had an idea for getting him out. If your mum and dad own a bike shop, there's always a bicycle pump around. So I pumped away down the tube, and suddenly... Grandpa was free! But what were we going to do about Great Aunt Loretta? Sure enough, Grandpa had an idea.
Wulfy, go and get help. Go and fetch Mr. Like a Biker.
So Beowulf ran all the way to the bike shop. And he barked and barked at Mr. Like a Biker. Until at last, Mr. Like a Biker said...
Oh, you want me to come? Oh, right, hang on.
So Mr. Like a Biker set off at breakneck speed with Beowulf on the bike.
Oh, whoa! Never fear, Like a Biker's here! I do like a damsel in distress.
Mr. Like a Biker got the window up and rescued Great Aunt Loretta.
That's it, I've got you.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you so much.
Well, it's not me you have to thank. It's Beowulf. He's the one who came to find me. He's a brilliant dog.
Oh, he is, he is. He is Beowulf the Brilliant.
Take your cap off! Quick, Grandpa! Grandpa soon whipped off his shrinking cap and came back to his normal size.
Did we do it, Jason? Did we get Great Aunt Loretta to love Wulfy?
We did!
Teamwork, eh?
Teamwork!
He's such a lovely
I unblocked the cleaner, but sorry about all the mess.
Oh, what's a bit of mess between friends, eh? Oh, he's such a lovely boy. What's that you've got on your shoulder, Grandpa?
Oh, it's only a bit of fluff.
Bit of fluff, eh? Where have you been? In the vacuum cleaner?
You know what, Wiggy? I love the Ha Ha Hairies.
Oh, me too. Love them. Totally.
Chihua Ha Ha! Oh, hi! Do you love Chihua Ha Ha?
We all do. Oh, he's so cute with his little hairy ears.
Well, not quite everyone in Hairyland thinks so, do they, Wiggy?
Oh, you are so right, Quiff. We can tell you a story about Chihua Ha Ha. One day, Minnie was taking Chihua Ha Ha for a walk around Hairyland.
First, she played with him in the hairy apple orchard.
Minnie loves Chihua Ha Ha more than anyone else in the world. He's the best pet in Hairyland. Well, you know what he's like.
Chihua Ha Ha.
What a special dog you are.
You're cuddly and you're clever.
And as bouncy as the spring.
You can dance.
You can prance.
You can sing.
Wah, 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 wah. Oh, Chihua, Chihua Ha Ha. What a special dog you are.
Next, Minnie took Chihua to the curly, swirly meadow to play.
Oh, yes. Today was definitely the day to play with the best pet in Hairyland.
But up on the hill at Chateau Shampoo, someone else was playing. Can you guess who? Boris Boo-Hoo! What's he going to do? Boris and Boise were playing bat and ball.
And we were watching from the hairy cactus tree.
Just then, who do you think arrived?
Look who's coming!
It was Minnie and Chihua. And you know what happens when Boise sees Minnie?
Chihua Ha Ha really didn't like Boris.
That's because he knew Boris was up to no good.
Minnie wanted to watch Boise play bat and ball.
Boris saw his chance to show how good he was.
Look out!
The ball went flying past us and was caught by Chihua. So he was the one who looked good, not Boris.
Yes, he was definitely the best pet in Hairyland.
Minnie asked Boise to come and play with Chihua Ha Ha in her garden.
Woo!
So off they all went.
Boris was jealous of Chihua Ha Ha. Oh, Nits.
But maybe he could make Chihua Ha Ha jealous of him.
What did Boris need? He needed a plan.
Boris needs a plan. He needs a plan as quick as he can. He needs to plan a big surprise.
He needs to plan his next scan.
What'll it be?
What'll it be?
What'll it be? And his plan was this.
What is that?
I think it's supposed to be a yeti. It's a sort of funny made-up monster.
Oh, a yeti.
Boris was sure the Ha Ha Hairies would love to have a yeti as their pet. Much more fun than a boring old dog.
So off he went to introduce himself and to make Chihua Ha Ha jealous.
We followed on our pupper picking.
round Hairyland, round Hairyland.
I am quick
And I am wiggy
with a hairy fairy band. Meanwhile, back in the Ha Ha Hairies garden, Minnie and Boise were making a fuss of Chihua Ha Ha.
So they didn't see us landing in the hairy pear tree.
And they didn't see Boris tippy-toeing into the garden either.
Now Boris was going to put his plan into action.
Boise went to look. What did he find?
A yeti!
Chihua Ha Ha knew it wasn't a yeti.
But Minnie sent him to his doggy den. Minnie and Boise felt sorry for the yeti. He seemed sad and lost.
I can't believe Boris's plan's working.
Minnie and Boise are loving this yeti.
Minnie ran in to tell Ma and Pa Ha Ha that there was a sad, lost yeti in their garden.
Boise thought he would make a fantastic pet.
And when Ma and Pa came outside, they thought he'd make a fantastic pet too.
Ma was cross that Chihua was being so unfriendly towards the sad, lost yeti. So she sent him inside to calm down.
They all agreed that the yeti was a great pet. Everybody needs a yeti for a pet. Yes, everybody needs a yeti.
Everybody needs a yeti for a pet. Yes, everybody needs a yeti.
You really got to get a yeti for a pet. Yes, a yeti is a pet you'll never regret. Cause a yeti is adorable and soon you'll understand that a yeti is the best pet you'll ever get in Hairyland. Everybody needs a yeti for a pet. Yes, everybody needs a yeti. Everybody needs a yeti for a pet. Go yeti, your yeti. The yeti was very thirsty, so Pa went to get him a drink.
Oh, poor Chihua Ha Ha. He's all left out.
Just then, Pa came back with a drink for the yeti and put it on the ground.
Boris really didn't want to drink out of a bowl like a dog, but he had no choice. That's what pets do. Look at Boris! Look!
I know, sure, shh.
Just then, who should turn up to join the fun?
Nana Ha Ha!
The Hairy showed off the new best pet in Hairyland. Nana loved him. And she loved him even more when he did this.
Boris had the hiccups.
But Nana had an idea and led him inside.
Nana decided that the cure for hiccups was one of Chihua Ha Ha's hairy biscuits. She wanted the yeti to beg for it.
But Boris didn't want to beg for a hairy biscuit.
And Chihua Ha Ha didn't like this one hairy bit.
Pa decided he should go and sit in the Flufferpuffer pit.
And everyone else made a big fat fuss of the yeti pet.
Ma tried to squeeze him into Chihua's basket.
Nana tried to give him a new hairdo.
They all tickled his tummy.
And then it was time for a walk.
Minnie and Boise took the yeti for a walk. In the hairy apple orchard, they tried to get him to do tricks like Chihua.
But Boris really didn't want to do tricks.
Minnie was worried about the yeti. Was he sick?
No, but he was cross.
Minnie was starting to think this might not be such a great idea.
Their next stop was the curly swirly meadow.
But Boris was really fed up now and did this.
Minnie did not think this was how pets were meant to be.
She thought Chihua Ha Ha isn't grumpy and lazy on his walks.
Minnie thought it was time to go home.
By the time they got back home, Boris had definitely had enough.
And he collapsed on the ground.
Then he did this.
And then he shouted at Chihua.
The Ha Ha Hairies were shocked. They couldn't have him being mean to Chihua Ha Ha.
They didn't want this yeti as a pet after all.
And off he went in a big temper.
Told you it would turn out all right in the end, Wiggy.
I knew we would too. They were all so sorry that they'd ignored Chihua Ha Ha.
How could they possibly think the yeti was the best pet in Hairyland?
Chihua Ha Ha was the best pet in Hairyland and always would be.
Oh, he really is a special dog, isn't he?
Do you think we should get a pet, Chris?
No, we have each other, Wiggy. And you'll always be my favourite fairy.
Yep, and I'll always be my favourite fairy too.
No, don't you mean I'll always be your favourite fairy?
No, I meant I would always be my favourite.
Oh.
Only kidding.
Oh.
Still think we should get a pet though.
Oh, not a very good idea.
Hey Doodlers, how you doing? My name's Tom McLaughlin. I'm an author and an illustrator, which means I get to write and draw the pictures for children's books. Books such as these. I'm just out on a dog walk this morning. It's a very cold day. This is Hubbington, my French Bulldog. Hubs! Here you are.
Oh, hi guys. Yeah, I'm also here. I'm an author and an illustrator too.
No, you're not Hubs, you're a dog. I'm going to be making a few videos for you, a few little illustration tutorials showing how I start with my characters. Whenever I do a new book, first thing I do is I do a drawing because it helps me to write if I can see who I'm writing about. So the first thing I do whenever I'm making a new book is do some drawing, do a character design. So I'm going to be showing you a few little hints and tips, whether you're an experienced doodler or whether you're just starting out. I know some people can be a bit scared and kind of go, oh, I can't draw. Hubs.
Oh, hi guys.
It's just about having fun because there is no real right or wrong when it comes to drawing. Dog's just been sick. Lovely. Stop drinking the pond water.
Oh, I love pond water. It's delicious. It's like my favourite drink and everything.
I use an iPad Pro when I'm doing my illustrations. I'm going to be using one of those to show you how I go about drawing, but you don't need an iPad Pro. You don't need anything fancy. Everything that I show you, you can do with pencil, paper and eraser. I always start by using really simple shapes. Rectangles, squares, circles, triangles, those sort of things. Those are the kind of basis for all my drawings. And we're going to start off with a few rectangles. Might do some little drawings of Hubs. Hubbington, what do you think? Sound good? Yeah. Let's get back into the warm studio and get doodling. So we're back in the studio now. I've had lots of tea and biscuits to keep me warm. And we're going to get cracking with the drawing. So we're going to draw Hubbington. We're going to draw a little rectangle. It doesn't have to be neat, it can be quite wobbly, quite loose. We're going to press quite lightly with a pencil as well, so it's nothing too heavy. Then we can add the detail later. Let's do a couple of little circles for eyes, then a little rectangle for a nose, and then that sad little mouth like that. Now Hubbington's going to be sort of sat on the floor kind of looking at us. So let's add his little legs, his little back legs and his little front legs like that. And then we can do those ears, those big ears. I was taking for a walk not so long ago and somebody stopped and pointed and went, "Look, Daddy, it's a rabbit." I swear that's true. They're big, but they're not quite as big as a rabbit. Let's add the eyes, and then we can start to press a little bit harder with the pencil. We can start to use the pencil on its side a bit, get a bit of shading going on. Now we've got a few black and white spots on Hub, so I'm going to add those on. Once we're kind of happy with the shape, then we can start to add the detail and it starts to come to life a bit. Let's get those ears drawn in a bit. Nice lines, nice and thick. Colour those bits in. And colour that nose in as well. I'm going to leave a little white dot as a kind of shiny nose. Dogs have a bit of a shiny nose. And then we can start to add those eyebrows, make them a bit bigger. He's got that sad expression on his face. Make those eyes a little bit darker. But you can still see it's basically a rectangle with a couple of massive ears on the top of it. Let's add some more lines around the mouth. Starting to look pretty good. We can start to think about some of the details, some of the fur that we're going to put on him. I'm not going to put loads of fur on, just a few little kind of lines to give the impression of fur, I guess, rather than having to draw all the fur in. It'll take too long, and I don't think we need it. I'm just going to rest the pencil on its side and just shade down the left-hand side of him, so he's got a bit of a shadow, gives it a bit more of a kind of 3D look, so it sort of stands out on the page. There we go, add those little bits of fur. Make those lines a bit thicker. Bit of detail on the side. Yeah, it's starting to look pretty good. I'm quite happy with how that's looking. Now I always like to put a shadow underneath my drawings because it helps it really stand out on the page. So I'm going to again sort of lean that pencil on the side and just put a bit of a shadow underneath where he's sitting, so it kind of makes it jump out on the page a bit more. There we go. Makes it a little bit more 3D. Then I can erase any of those kind of lines that I don't want. Again, I know I'm using the iPad, but all this is done can be done with a pencil and paper and an eraser. Let's add a couple of little teeth, because sometimes his teeth stick out, particularly when he's snoring. Yeah, I'm starting to look pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. So you can just start to finish off any of those details. So if you want to use the rectangle and do your own French Bulldog, or if you want to do any kind of dog at all, I'm going to just put Hubbington's name in there. It's completely up to you, but that just gives you an idea of what you can do just by turning a rectangle into a dog. So yeah, happy doodling.